Ay, 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 ay. Ladies and gentlemen, this feeling feels a little too familiar. This is starting to become a little too normalized for me to be happy about it. Chelsea lose to Liverpool in the FA Cup final. Very, very similar. Drawing parallels even to the loss at the Carabao Cup final. They lose to Liverpool on penalties. And look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like one player was the one that ruined it all for us. No, it was an accumulation of the team as a whole. But damn it, this team needs mentality. We do not have it. We do not have it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Cage No Filter Football. Welcome to the Chelsea Unfiltered channel. Big up you guys for being here. Big up Ray. Big up Gary. Welcome to the channel, guys. Everyone who just got here, make sure, I'm sure you guys already did, but make sure you go ahead and smash that like button. Hit that bell notification. Subscribe if you're new. If you're watching this in the future, leave a comment down below. All of this stuff, guys, helps the algorithm tell other people that this channel exists and that they may be interested in it. So your input, everything I'm asking, I've been asking you guys questions over the last couple days about the channel and how we're going to go about this. All that stuff matters. You guys matter. You guys are a big part of this channel. And you guys are the reason why I'm still doing this. So, yeah, make sure you show some love to those buttons that you have. But, yeah, there's a lot to dissect here. There's a lot to talk about. We're going to get to it. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't really much Premier League to talk about. Arsenal got smacked up. They got a red card. Who got sent off? What's his face? The defender? Holding got sent off. He's a fucking idiot. So he leaves Arsenal with 10 men. So, for the most part, top four is just about clinched. We don't have to worry too much about top four. We should still go out there with the mentality to win the game so that we can rest easy and solidify third place. 3, wow. But at least top four is good to go. Also, by the way, ladies and gents, if there's any audio issues, just let me know in chat. I'll try to address it as quickly as possible. I have been having some issues because Windows didn't update and reset a lot of settings, so I've been trying to get everything back to how it was before, if not better. So if there's any audio issues, don't hesitate to let me know. Big up Assad, big up Nick in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. No, I don't think top four is in danger, Assad. If I checked correctly, let me just check the English Premier League table real quick. So, yeah, Tottenham, yeah, no, Arsenal are at 66 points. We're at 70. So Arsenal need 4 points to just draw us. Sorry, there's a car outside honking their horn. Also, it's getting hot out here in the States, guys, so don't mind me. I got the guns out. Yeah. Yeah, unlike our gunners, they didn't show up. We'll get to that. But I'm pretty sure we're good to go. I don't know how many games are left. There's only 2 games left. Yeah, there's only 2 games left, so we have to win, right? I don't know. I don't see us not making top 4. For the most part, we're pretty much solidified in top 4. So it's okay. It's okay. We'll be fine. Man City drew to West Ham. They're about to win, to clinch their spot on the and winning the Prem again, which is no surprise there. They're ready. We are only just about to embark in a project now that this whole time I thought we were in a project, but apparently after recent games, it feels like we have to start another project. Get rid of the dead wood, replace midfielders, replace defenders that are going to be leaving, and rework the whole attack. On top of that, stadium, fixing up the damages done by the sanctions, making sure we get another sports director. There's a lot on Chelsea FC's plate. It's not just the transfer, guys. It's not just the transfers. This team as a whole, this team as an organization, needs a lot of work to be done on it. Todd Boehly took this job hopefully knowing that he has a lot on his plate and he has a lot to do. But alas, fingers crossed that the summer goes well. Fingers crossed that we do everything we have to do so that next season, look, we're not challenging next season. I'm telling you guys right now, quote me on this day. If the clip feature is available, experiment with it. Use it. Clip this next part. Next season, Chelsea will not challenge for the Premier League. Next season is going to be a rebuilding season. Mark my words. Because this team right now, look, as much as we love our Mason Mounts, as much as we love our Kai Havertz, as much as we love Pulisic and all these youngsters, the mentality's not there, ladies and gents. The mentality's not there. So let me just go ahead and get this ball rolling. I am going to drop the link for you guys soon. So don't worry. Stick around. At the end, we'll have you guys here to talk about all these things that we'll be talking about. Because there's a lot to talk about. But mainly, what I want to say is that we cannot depend on 22, 21, 20, 18-year-old kids to have the mentality, the mental fortitude. You like my words there, guys? You like my words? All right. The mental fortitude to persevere in a marathon of a title race that is the Premier League. We cannot expect these kids to consistently have the bottle to go into each and every final and be clinical with every opportunity they have. Yes, we are capable of doing it. Yes, we saw how close we came against Real Madrid. We saw how close we came against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. We saw how we did it against Man City in the final during the Champions League. It's there, but there's a difference between a player like a Kai Havertz, who's only just developing those muscles, developing that mentality. Mason Mount, developing that mentality, developing that the blood that you get from being a Chelsea player through and through. There's a difference between that and someone like a Kevin De Bruyne or a Bernardo Silva, who's been doing it for years. And when it comes to the big games where they have to step up, they step up. These players come here to perform. Take into consideration the very first half of Man City, Real Madrid. That very first half, the very first tie, Kevin De Bruyne just comes out guns blazing. They know what they have to do. And we showed that against Real Madrid when we knew we were behind and we had to step it up. But they're kids. They're kids. You can't expect them to have the mentality to constantly do this over and over consistently. Which is why when I heard that apparently we're linked with Ivan Perisic, maybe to replace Alonso, maybe to replace the left wing. I kind of just had a sigh of relief because although maybe Ivan Perisic we're going to get is not the prime Ivan Perisic that won the World Cup, or not didn't win the World Cup, but got far in the World Cup with Croatia, was part of the team that put Croatia on the map. Although we're not getting prime Perisic, what he brings to the table when it comes to experience, what he brings to the table when it comes to mental fortitude and solidity, that's what we're missing. That's almost 100% what we're missing in this team. Because there's no doubt there is talent in these young kids. There's talent in the young kids. I think the thing that we always complain about is consistency, right? You guys say it all the time. Pulisic, not consistent. Ziyech, not consistent. Ziyech, you can't really lump him in there. He's not young. Ziyech should be consistent at his age, but he just doesn't get the play time. I don't know. Part of me feels like we don't deserve Ziyech, but that's another point. That's another video, whatever. Callum Hudson-Odoi, not consistent. Mason Mount, only picking up good form in the last month and a half, 2 months. Not consistent. Havertz, look, I love Havertz. He's my favorite player on this team. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that he's been consistent this season. When in the beginning of the season, he was a ghost. A ghost. No dribbles completed. Absolutely terrible possession. Timo, again, inconsistent. Okay, Gary. All right, hold on. I gotta pull this up. I see your comment, man. Rudy Dirty. Rudy has been consistent. Lukaku 29. System doesn't fit him. Jorginho. I would argue Jorginho has been on and off. You're right, but on his day, he's one of the best. And yesterday, it showed. Yesterday, Jorginho was phenomenal in that midfield. Splendid. Now, did we get anything done with it? No. Conte, injury prone. And he's on a decline. But last season, how consistent was Conte? How consistent was Jorginho last season? Alonso, look, you're not going to sell me a dream with Alonso, bro. Alonso, you're not tricking me with this Alonso stuff, bro. Alonso, although he's been good for the past 2 months, he's not good enough for the club, and we know this. And Ziyech, I don't know. Aspie is Mr. Consistency. If you take away the last month of games, he has been Mr. Consistency. We always say it all the time. Like, this man is an average 7 when it comes to his games. He is the definition of consistency. Not as of late, obviously, but he is a definition of consistency. Big up Dark, big up Kai. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for joining our conversation. You guys let me know what you think. What you think of the game yesterday. But I would argue that even last season, we were better last season than we are this season. Although, look, in the Prem, we did the same exact thing last season that we did this season, which is start bottling. Not winning games. Remember last season, guys. Remember what happened last season. Last season, we needed Tottenham to win their game to bail us out. We needed Tottenham to beat Leicester City. Remind me if I'm wrong, guys. I think Tottenham had to beat Leicester City in order for us to get top 4. Mind you, we were put there because of how bad Frank Lampard was and Tuchel had to work miracles. But regardless, there was a lot of games in there that we should have been winning. That Aston Villa game, we should have won. I don't remember if we did win. I don't think we did. Otherwise, we would have been top 4. I think we drew. Or even lost even. I don't remember. I try to forget these bad memories. I try to erase them, you know, guys? I'm just like you. I try to erase the bad memories. But, like, Gary, what you're saying is, like, that's half our team. We ain't have a team of kids. I get you. But our starting lineup, when it comes to the attack, most of the time is kids. And I'm talking about just the attack. The only one in the attack that is experienced, that has the mentality to finish, is Lukaku. And we've seen where he's been all season. Now I'll touch on Lukaku because there is, you could say, I'm very doubtful about this, but there is part of an argument to have that maybe Lukaku's age and all that stuff has a part to play in how we played. I don't know. But let's talk about the game, guys. Overall, I didn't think Chelsea played terribly. Of course, Liverpool came out guns blazing, which is what they always do. What's going on, EE? Shout out to EE, bro. Longtime viewer. How you been, my man? Liverpool come out guns blazing like they always do. And I feel like when it comes to the finals, in the very first few minutes, we do get nervous. This team does get nervous. It gets nervy. You know, you can tell Chalobah was a little shaky. The midfield was a little shaky. But this is where the experience comes in hand. This is where experience is so necessary for this team. Thiago Silva gets hurt. He breaks up the rhythm of the game. He lays down. He didn't even get hurt that much. Chalobah just nicked him on the knee. It wasn't even like an actual injury. Thiago Silva knows that this team needs to calm down. We need to break the rhythm of the game. So he lays down for a bit, and he breaks the rhythm of the game. Everyone starts to calm down, and we start to play our ball. We start to play our football, you know? Mind you, it wasn't always the prettiest, because in the very beginning, we had almost no midfield. But then all of a sudden, Jorginho and Kovac just started showing up. We started playing the long balls. We started to attack more. We created better opportunities. And then they came back at us with a little bit of their own opportunities. You know, you could argue maybe we got a little lucky that Fabinho wasn't in the game and that Mo Salah got injured towards the latter half of that first half. But I thought we played a good game. I would argue that there were moments where I really wish this team had better finishing because we could have beaten Liverpool. Mind you, we were coming into this game not as favorites, at least in my eyes. I don't think we were coming in as favorites. Maybe you guys disagree. Maybe you guys thought we were coming in as favorites. Let me know in the chat. But I really felt that we were not the better side coming into this game. We were not consistent. We haven't been consistent in God knows how long. Prior to this game, I felt like we left all of our footballing at Real Madrid, at the Bernabeu, you know? So, it's fucking... It's hard to be disappointed with the game because it wasn't like the Carabao Cup final. I felt like that Carabao Cup final... We were in control of that game. We could have fucking put Liverpool to the wayside. We really exposed them. We were at the top of our game, but we couldn't finish. We capitulated. And on top of that, don't get me wrong too, on top of that, refereeing was terrible because why is Romelu Lukaku offside? I have no issues with the lineup, by the way. I thought the lineup was fine. But again, I go back to what I say. The mentality isn't there. We have too much inexperience in that front line. Mason. And again, I'm not trying to scapegoat anyone. I feel like as a team overall, and let me even reduce that. As an attack overall, you have to work as a unit. It's not just one player. But as an overall attack, there's too much inexperience there. Lukaku can't do everything by himself. He's also not that kind of a player that he gets involved in the games. You have to make him get involved in the games. And he's been better about it lately. But yesterday, where was Mason? He had moments. He had good moments. But moments isn't enough when you're playing an entire 90 minutes. You need to play consistently well throughout the whole minute. I don't know if it's tactics. I don't know what it was. But I felt like Mason just stayed up with the attack most of the time. Maybe because there's a high line and they're trying to expose a high line. I don't know. But I just felt that Mason Mount wasn't there. Wasn't there for a lot of the game. And we know that Mason Mount wants to win this FA Cup. That's like one of his, he won a Champions League, right? But one of his boyhood dreams, I guess, would be to win the FA Cup. But, bro, I don't think you're ready. I don't think you're ready for finals. I don't think you realize what it takes to win a final consistently and definitively with conviction. Because, guys, let's get it right. And again, I'm not trying to scapegoat. And I'm not trying to just pull negatives, right? But how long are we going to be watching Mason take a penalty and not address the fact that this is a part of his game that he needs to work on? Especially if there's some of you guys out there saying, oh, he's going to be our next captain. Oh, he's going to be our next top goal scorer. He's the next Frank Lampard or whatever you want to call it. Footballing isn't just dribbling and possession. There's so much more to it. You need to strengthen your overall footballing ability. Mason, you've missed multiple penalties in just this season alone. Multiple. And multiple times is because you can't decide if you want to go down the middle or far wide. I appreciate this comment. Commiserations, Chelsea. End of the day, the best team won. I mean, look, Liverpool are on their way to a quadruple potentially. I don't want Liverpool to win a quadruple. I want them to get spanked by not Liverpool. I want Liverpool to get spanked by Liverpool. Hope you guys spank yourselves. I want Liverpool to capitulate at the Champions League final, but I don't see Real Madrid being good enough to defend a Liverpool team. So I'll just keep it at that. I'll keep it a buck. Hopefully, Man City is the only thing I can depend on for them to not win a fucking quadruple. But anyways, let's come back to Mason Mounty. Listen, just this season alone, he's missed 2 penalties. One against Norwich, and then I think there was another one was it Super Cup or was it Club World Cup? I think it was Super Cup. He missed another one in Super Cup. And he doesn't get many penalties. Let's not sit here and pretend like, oh, he gets penalties all the time and he scores all the time. Not true. He doesn't get many penalties. And when he does, he doesn't score them that often. Now, should the penalty kicks have gotten to the point where Mason has to kick it? No, it probably shouldn't. Aspie, I know how you try to shoot your penalties. I know you got to try to go, that Spanish flair, top pins, paella settings. Like, I get it, bro. But come on, dude. You, of all people, came in as a sub. And I love Aspie, guys. He's my captain. But criticism where criticism is due. You came in as a sub. You had fresher legs than most of that team. And you missed a penalty. You didn't even hit the post. It would have been a nice penalty if it went in. But when you know that you lost to this team on penalties previously, you are the captain, bro. You need to make sure that goes in. None of this finessing stuff. You have fresh legs. If we were talking about Aspie after 120 minutes, then you have a little bit more of my sympathy, Aspie. But you had fresh legs, bro. You didn't come on until... Remind me, guys. Did he come on at extra time? I think he came on an extra time, right? For Chalobah? And this man's missing penalties. Kudos to Mendy, by the way. Mendy, who somehow blocks. It's that Senegalese telekinesis. You know, he knew. Mendy looked him in the eye and be like, "Sadio, I'm going to block your penalty." That's probably the worst Senegalese accent, but he kind of sounds like that. I'm not gonna lie. Mason Mount is just like Bruno, stat pads against lower teams, but when it comes to moments like this, you need to step up. You're not wrong, Velvy. You're not wrong, bro. Also, welcome back to the channel, Velvy. It's been a minute. You're not wrong. Georgie has missed pens this season too, but Gary, how many penalties has Georgie had this season, and how many has he missed? That's what I'm trying to point out. Mason Mount hasn't had that many penalties in his career. Mason Mount hasn't had that many penalties this season, but the few he's had, I think, and this is why I need someone to pull up this stat for me. I wasn't able to find it, but I believe he's been in 3 penalty shootouts or 4 penalty shootouts this season. And he missed the Norwich one, which he scored off the rebound, and he missed one in Super Cup. And then he scored against Southampton. I think that was a penalty. And then Club World Cup, maybe? I don't remember, guys. I'm so sorry. There's so many games. It's so hard to like distinguish and make differences between each of them. But he's not at a net positive when it comes to scoring penalties, is my point. Jorginho is. Jorginho consistently scored penalty. He misses some, which is bound to happen. You're going to miss some. But with Mason, he's consistently missing them more than he's making them. And that's what frustrates me with Mason. What frustrates me is that that this is a weak part of your game. You have to know. As a player, you have to... Okay. Look, I don't know how Chelsea training goes, but I am going to 100% certainty tell you that they have coaches there that sit down with you and break down your games. You sit there, watch yourself play, and they break down your games, where you have to strengthen up, where you made an error, what you did good, what you didn't do good. At some point, they must have trained and saw that, listen, bro, your penalties need work. Most of the penalties that you take are very savable. That penalty you took against Alisson, very savable. The penalty he missed against Norwich, very savable. What did they tell you with the penalties, guys? They tell you aim for the corners or right down the middle. I think my idol Mason Milner's pens are bad. Check out his corners. Brazilian restaurant settings. Go AM, welcome back to the channel, brother. Welcome back. But yeah, guys, it just frustrates me. Look, I'm not gonna fucking sit here and be like, oh, penalties is the only thing he's got to work on and focus on. No, of course not. He's got to work on other parts of his game. He's been better. He's been better about releasing the ball sooner, finding Romelu, being more creative. I appreciate that about Mason. I really do. But there are still weak points in his game that he hasn't worked on. And penalties has been one of them. And I've been saying that for a while now. This is my first time saying it, guys. The moment I started saying that was when he missed the Carabao Cup final against Tottenham. Or not final, I'm sorry. When we got eliminated from the Carabao Cup, I think it was the round of 16. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it was in the latter stages of the Carabao Cup, and he missed a penalty against Spurs under Frank Lampard. Goes wide, hits the post. And since that moment, I've been keeping a close eye on how he takes penalties, and I'm not impressed. But then again, I'm not here to judge Mason on his penalties, because if I'm going to judge Mason on his penalties, then I might as well start judging Rudiger on his penalties or Malang Sarr and all that. You know, like it's useless. But I saw how that penalty was taken. I saw Mason Mount coming up, and I already had a good feeling it wasn't going to go well. Mason Mount doesn't give me confidence when it comes to penalties. I'm just being dead honest. There you go. Velvy, we agree on something, man. But in that game, if we're talking about just the game, I felt like he was invisible, man. I really felt like he wasn't that present. He had really good moments, don't get me wrong. There were moments where he intercepted where he needed to. I wished he was in the midfield more. I wish he was in the midfield more, intercepting more, because the midfield was... At times, the midfield was getting overrun, but when we had possession, the midfield did well. Pulisic, I felt, had a really good game. But again, Pulisic, there is no clinicalness. There is no clinicalness when it comes to Pulisic. Sometimes there is, but it's not consistent. Which is why we go back to this conversation about when do we decide to stop relying on the youngsters? And they don't have the mentality. We see it. As good as Chalobah, bless me, thank you, whatever. As good as Chalobah's been for a good portion of the season, there are times where he makes mistakes. Mentality's not there. I think this summer we're gonna be playing it very slow. We have to rebuild. We have to, start a project over again. But it's gonna be hard. I don't know how much money Bowley is gonna be planning to spend. I don't know how we're gonna afford half the things we want to afford. Considering Bowley isn't a Roman and Roman is filthy stinking rich. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's so hard to even talk too much about the game because I feel like we didn't do much wrong other than just not be clinical in the attack. And how many times have we talked about not being clinical in the attack? It's been the story of our season, really, when you think about it. That's what we know how to do. We know how to not be clinical at the attack. And the guy that we got to be clinical at the attack, turns out he just wants to stay at Inter Milan and play counter-attacking football, which some of you are asking for counter-attacking football. And for those people that are asking for counter-attacking football, counter-attacking Chelsea to come back, all I'll tell you is watch Chelsea for the past 20 years. 20 years? 10 years. 15 years. I'll say that. 15 years. Good evening, Big Wrong. Good evening, Hassan. Welcome to the channel, guys. I'll just say, yeah. If you want counter-attacking Chelsea, then watch Chelsea for the last 15 years. Just watch the reruns. Because I'm just done. I'm done with this counter-attacking football, man. It's not pretty. It's not beautiful. It's not how Bayern play. It's not how top teams play. There's a reason why with that counter-attacking system, we only ever won one Champions League, and that was a very fickle win. A very fickle win. You could argue that the reason we won that was because of Peter Cech. And Drogba. Clinical Drogba. But Peter Cech saved our asses that game. So I don't want counter-attacking football. I'm sorry, Romelu. If that isn't what suits you, then you got to find another team, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't want to change the system for one player. You have all these players that are fitting the system so well and playing so well under a system for the most part. Not all the time, but some of the time. You got to take into consideration that we went from 4th place to 3rd place this season. 4th place last year, 3rd place this year. Hopefully. So, I mean, that's improvement to a certain extent. However, we were playing with one wing back, really. Alonso isn't that good, so I don't know. I'm just going on tangents. I'm going on rants, and I'm losing it because I don't know what to say about the game, man. The game is unfortunate we lost it. It's unfortunate we lost it the way we did. We had opportunities to score. Unfortunately, we couldn't put them away, which is the story of the season. It's the story of the season. Bowley knows it. Timo, let me read this real quick. GoAM says, was Timo injured? What was the final word on that? I thought it was trip. I thought I was tripping like Tim's when I saw the clapped cheeks. Boss drunkly swap. No, I don't disagree, man. Tuchel said it was because of penalties, because of a penalty record that he switched Loftus-Cheek that just came onto the pitch for Barkley, which, you know what? Kudos, he got that right because Ross ended up, I was so nervous, but Ross ended up fucking scoring his penalty. I was impressed. I was like, all right, Ross, all right. An extra 500 pounds to your transfer fee. There you go. You're helping yourself out, bro. You're helping out the team. He's still out of the club, man. Still out. But where was I even talking about? Oh, Timo was injured. Havertz was injured too. Apparently hamstring issues. Timo, I think it was the same thing they said. I don't know. But let's talk about this Lukaku thing that just happened recently that may or may not have had an influence in the game. I doubt it had an influence in the game. But so Lukaku's agent, his agent wasn't Mino anymore. His agent was switched to someone else. But Italian agents, I guess, have a record for speaking out of line or stirring up drama when they don't need to. So right before the FA Cup game, he comes out and says, oh, we're going to talk to the new owners about how the future looks and what we're going to do and see that. And Lukaku's response was essentially, don't talk to me. Don't talk for me. The only person that talks for me is me and myself. I am doing my best for the club, being professional for the club, and making sure we have a good end of the season. Honestly, that's a good response. But what the hell? Like, it's the same thing with Jorginho's agent, right? This guy comes out and starts talking all this about, oh, he's going to leave the club, or we're looking at Napoli. His father, Sarri, is back, and we're interested in that. And, oh, he's going to leave if he doesn't get the right transfer, and all this is blah, 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 blah. I'm done, man. Just shut up. Shut up. Why are you speaking? In especially during times of, and you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna give the agent the benefit of the doubt. This could have easily have been the media holding on to a story like they did with the Lukaku one and releasing it at a very specific time just to stir up the pot at Chelsea Football Club. Because what is Chelsea Football Club if we don't stir the pot from time to time, right? Never a boring day at Chelsea. Never a boring day at Chelsea. That's actually really funny. GoAM says, GoAM, I miss you, bro. Fucking man's got jokes. Lukaku's agent was sitting on the scout end. Explains why Tim's hit that one chance in the stands. Oh, man. Always at match day as well. Yeah, always at match day, man. Always at match day. Did you guys think that influenced the game? Do you think that influenced the game at all? I don't think it did. I think Lukaku did the right thing and nipped it in the butt as soon as it came out and just made it a nothing nonsense. I just feel bad for fucking Tuchel because Tuchel comes to these press conferences with his coffee or whatever, and 5 minutes into the fucking thing, so 5 minutes before it starts, he gets notified that, oh, his agent spoke, and he doesn't even have time to digest this info. He just has to go do the press conference and be as professional as possible. Whatever. Mind you, another thing I should add, we probably should have lost that game before we went into penalties because Robertson missed the post. And who else missed the post? Was it Diaz? Diaz hit the post. Robertson hit the post. We came pretty close to conceding that game a few times. But we're gonna do something a little different here, guys. I'm gonna react to Rudiger's press conference, or not press conference, post-match interview, because I see this title, and I feel like people are going to react to it. And I feel like this is going to be stirring up the pot again, which we'll see. Either way, Rudiger's out of the club. We don't have to worry ourselves too much about Rudiger. So let's go ahead and set this up right here. All right. Let me know if you guys can hear it. Should be able to.
Is there any consolation in giving Liverpool a really good game, or is it only about winning? I know it sounds plainly obvious, but is there any consolation for Chelsea going ahead to next season?
Yeah, like at the end of the day, it's about winning. It's about today. It's not about next season. The game was about today, and it was there to take. And yeah, what should we do?
I mean, he's not wrong. It was there to take. And like you guys said, Pulisic missed chances. I don't know if it was. All right, hold on. I'm not here to defend Pulisic because I'm American, but I'm just going to say right now, I don't know if it was 5 good chances, but he definitely had chances and he missed them. And overall, though, he was creating chances. He was dangerous. But I'm not going to sit here and say he had at least 2 clear-cut opportunities that he should have made. I agree. Pulisic needs to be more clinical if he's going to stay in his team. Is he going to stay in his team? I have no idea. I really don't know. I don't see it. I really don't see it. I be honest with you guys. Like it was said earlier in chat, half of the squad could go. Yeah, exactly, Dark, exactly. He had 2 chances and set up others, which is why, unlike Mount, I give Pulisic a little bit of the benefit of the doubt because he was very involved in the game. He was involved in counterattacks. He was involved in creating play, letting the ball go. I mean, that's my one criticism about Pulisic. There were times where he should let the ball go sooner, but he didn't. But regardless, he had opportunities. He should have made them. I mean, other people had opportunities too, and they should have made it. Alonso was another one of them. So we move. Let's continue watching this.
What's the difference between being lucky and unlucky? Because, we can talk about luck being a deciding factor here, but how do you define being unlucky?
You see his mannerisms. He is not happy about any of this. He is. That's why you could tell Rudiger doesn't like to lose. I think maybe he likes winning more than he likes Chelsea. And like I said in the past, he doesn't know Chelsea anything because of how the fans have treated him in the past. But you could tell he's pissed off. He's pissed off. He's still, although he's already at Real Madrid, essentially, mentality-wise, I would say, and signed contract and everything, he still doesn't want to lose. Which, it's a champion's mentality. You should think that way. But, again, I digress.
It's always difficult to say lucky, unlucky. It's for us, is it like, personally for myself, it's the 3rd time.
Yeah.
So you cannot say unlucky.
You've won a lot of
That's a very good point. This is Rudiger's 3rd time losing an FA Cup final. This is Chelsea losing an FA Cup final 3 times in a row. Arsenal, Leicester, and now Liverpool. Again, mentality. You can tell he's really fucking pissed off about it. The other players are sad, moping, whatever. You know, I don't know, but there's a difference between how he's coping with it versus how the younger players are coping with it. The other players kind of feel sorry for themselves. Rudiger is upset because this can't keep happening. He knows he can't keep happening. 3 times in a row, are you kidding me? That's absurd. For Chelsea standards, that is absurd. Oh my God. While Rudy was doing this interview, my man Bitchinson was in active labor. Mother. We continue. Let's continue, boys.
Trophies in sort of the international stage, the domestic cups have been hard. Is there anything that's down to that, or is it just purely, on the day things go your way in those other competitions?
I think it's people want to myself, and these are questions sometimes we don't have an answer for it. And right now I don't have an answer for it.
And you're signing off your Chelsea career here. How do you feel like how it's all gone for you over these 5 years?
Yeah, like it's been 5 years as normal, like ups and downs, but with a lot of positive things, and and that's why I'm even more frustrated, because I wanted to have a different ending.
How much love do you have for sort of Chelsea?
I get it. And what did we say earlier? He's frustrated because he wanted to win. You know, he doesn't feel sorry for himself. He's not sad. You know, it's just he's angry, as he should be. When you won the Champions League, I'm assuming that as a professional, you set a standard for yourself. You know what the team is capable of. And when that team doesn't perform the way it should, which is why I get upset for the team. When the team doesn't perform the way it should, yeah, I'm going to be frustrated. I'm going to feel a certain type of way about how they play. Is this true, Go AM? Are people really going after J5, even though J5 had J5 and Kovacic actually had a really good game? You know what, guys? I forgot to mention, N'Golo Kante came into this game and did absolutely nothing. He had a few decent opportunities that he made nothing about. The passes were too far. Like, look, I don't expect Kante to be good at passing. It's okay, you know? I understand he's not a good passer, so I forgive the pass. But other than that, he had like a few tackles. Defensively, he was okay, but like the N'Golo triplets are gone. They've gone. They've left. They've been aborted. That's a dark joke, but they've been aborted. It's just N'Golo. It's done, man. It's done. But Velvishon, that's what I'm saying. When I really sat down and thought about it, I was gonna say, if we win this game, I think our man of the match may have been Jorginho. Kovacic was a bit slow, but it's understandable because this man's playing with a fucking half an ankle, and he was taken off for that reason. You know, he's injured. But it's I thought Jorginho played really well. You know, he was a little shaky in the beginning. You know, they were cutting through the midfield, but we saw yesterday. I don't know if you guys pay attention to Jorginho when he plays, but when you do watch Jorginho play, the thing that makes Jorginho good is how he keeps possession. When you try to take the ball from him, it's not easy. Next time we watch Jorginho play, pay attention to that. Because yesterday versus Liverpool, who are very, very good, you know, Velvishon can tell you, very, very good at pressing, very, 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 very good at dispossessing the opponent. Sometimes 2-3 people on Jorginho, and he would just dribble past them somehow, maintaining the possession. Not dribble, but like, you know, maintain possession regardless of having 3 players press him. Jorginho was on his A game. And we're sitting here talking smack about how he's so terrible, he doesn't do anything for the club, how does he fit the system? That is why Jorginho is good. When Jorginho is at his best, this I have to say, I emphasize that. When Jorginho is at his best, because he hasn't been that great this season, all right? I'll give you guys that. He hasn't been that great this season. Neither has Kante, all right? Both of them. The best midfielder we've had, Dark, you're not going to like this. The best midfielder we've had has been Kovacic, in my opinion. Or DM, we'll say that. Our best DM has been Kovacic, all right? But Jorginho on his day, absolutely brilliant. But again, I digress. I'm sorry, guys. I got distracted by chat. But all right, so they're going to talk to him about Chelsea and his leaving of the club. And I want to see his reaction because the title says, sanctions are not the reason I'm leaving Chelsea. I want to see what actually is said, you know?
How much love do you have for sort of Chelsea for what they've given you? Because they've taken you to, you know, from a Roma player to being a real true top-level footballer.
It's not only about one side, it's both sides. And Chelsea have been great to me, I've been great to Chelsea. And as always, I'm very, very thankful. Me, my family, I became here a man. My kids were born here and everything, so London, and especially Chelsea, always makes me special.
Is there any chance that you might have stayed at Chelsea?
I don't want to go too deep in things and everything. There was a chance, but sanctions is not.
Oh shit! Wait, hold up. It was at the very last minute right there.
Sanctions is not.
Okay, sanctions or not, he said. Okay, I see where this is coming from. By the way, guys, I did just drop the link. Hey, chill. I did just drop the link if you guys want to go ahead and join me in this conversation, say what you want to say, all that stuff. I did leave the link available for you guys. Jan Agafjortov, I haven't said that name in a minute, just reported Lewandowski to Chelsea. Get the fuck out. That can't be real. If Lewandowski comes to Chelsea, I don't know. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. But all right, let me let you guys in. You guys are already coming in here. I'll let you both in. AM and Hassan, how you guys doing? AM, we'll start with you, bro.
How are you, Marshall, man?
I've been better.
Nah, I'm not doing good, man.
What are you guys saying? What do you guys want to talk about? AM, we'll start with you and then we'll go to Hassan.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not good, man. I'm not good. Another FA Cup final defeat. I can't be asked. I just can't be asked. Yeah.
I mean, are you disappointed with the game? Like, did you think that we played badly, really, or how do you?
It's not the performance there. It's just like how many times we're going to keep saying, "Oh, we're close." Oh, we took the best team to penalties. Like, are we Arsenal? Like, what's this mentality we got nowadays? Like, honestly, bro, like I see our fans there. It's like they're proud to not get battered. Like, what is it? It's weird, man. But yeah, that's what I got saying. I just can't be happy, man. How many fans have we lost in the past 5 years? Flipping now.
Yeah, it's not good. It's definitely not Chelsea standard, if you ask me, which is what makes me disappointed the most is that I guess what disappoints me is that I expected this season for us to make a serious run, and how I felt in the beginning of the season is very different from how I feel now in this point of the season. This point of the season, I feel like next season we're just gonna have to rebuild again. This team is constantly rebuilding.
How many more years are we going to keep rebuilding though? Yeah.
That we get it right. I think part of it too is that we don't work on getting rid of the deadwood like we should. You know, how many more years do we have to try to? And you know what? This is where I will criticize whoever's in charge of it, which I think is Marina. This is where I will criticize Marina. These penny pinching motherfuckers. Instead of just selling and taking your losses on Kepa, on Barkley, on what's his name? Bakayoko, and all these people. Instead of taking your losses, you want to try to save face by trying to get him to play or work or putting him on loan or whatever. Just trying to save money where you can. Yeah. Bro, at the end of the day, just cut your losses. You got it wrong. Sell for however much you can and whatever. Timo to a certain extent, but yeah, Hassan, go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, is this not what you expect from a business person? Like, they're not footballing people, you know what I mean? Like, us football people, we take our losses, but you're talking to Marina, who's a businesswoman, who has a business mindset. In her mind, it's about profit and money. Like, it's not about the football club, you know what I mean, Marshall? And all right, let's go back to the game, right? I'm disappointed we didn't come out with the cup because let's be honest, I feel like we should have won. We should put them chances away. Like, besides Liverpool really had about 2, maybe 3 good chances. But let's be honest, we had more. We had at least, like, without including Pulisic's, but I wouldn't say 5 good chances. But Mount had one. Alonso had a solid one where he just took a touch and just narrowly missed it.
The one that Pulisic gave him, right?
Yeah. And there was another one where Pulisic, if he just timed it properly again, Alonso could have had another one. So there's like 6 chances that we had. 6 chances. I'm thinking we should have scored at least 3 of them. And they should have got 1 or 2. It would have been a high scoring game, but I felt like we should have edged it. And even at the if you saw the first 10 minutes of the extra time, right? We were putting pressure on them. Liverpool was shook. They were on the back foot. We could have easily got a goal there. Like, it was so annoying, man, because
it's annoying, but to be fair to Liverpool too, Hassan, they had us on the back foot a few times as well.
That was
honestly their opportunities. I could understand if Liverpool had lost that game, I could understand why they would be pissed off, more pissed off than us as Chelsea fans, because they hit the post twice.
Wait,
they hit the post twice. One with Luis Diaz, and then a few minutes later, Robertson hits the post.
Oh yeah, Diaz. No, but the Diaz one wasn't really he hit the outside of the first minute. Like that's not really a big chance.
No. He hit it twice. He hit one where he was blasted it with his foot. Yeah, he hit it twice.
Well, let's get Velvet Sean on here. I would like to get a rival's perspective on this game. So Velvet Sean, bro, you're on the show. What are you saying, man? It's been a while. How you been? I mean, you're on top of the world right now, sorta. You want to win the Champions League first, but then you'll be okay. But what's up, bro?
I was happy until the City game, but I'm still calm in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think overall, we were the better side. I feel like Chelsea had moments, but I feel like in terms of like who controlled the game, who had the most possession, who created the most chances, I feel like it went to us. Yeah, you guys had periods where you've outplayed us a bit, but it wasn't like consistently for like the whole game. It's rather in moments rather than doing it consistently. Because I think you were much worse in this game than you were in the Carabao Cup. Because I think in the Carabao Cup you played better football than us.
Yeah.
This one,
I 100% agree.
I think this one you were more like pegged back by us and
pragmatic in a sense.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, man. The first 10 minutes, or the first 15 minutes, bro, I was shook. Like, you guys are onto us. Like, bro, we could have been two passes together. Like,
yeah.
AM, your mic is a little staticky.
Yeah. It became like mine a few weeks ago. Yeah.
But Velvet Sean, what were you saying, bro?
Yeah, I think Diaz has scored. I think
just join back in.
To be honest, I think Diaz could have got a hat trick because that one where Mendy saved, I think he should have dinked it rather than trying to go for the near post. The one, I think there was another one he did, where he hit the post. It's brilliant play, and there was two finesses he did, tried to get one in the top corner. It was very unlucky. I think Jota should have scored that chance where he made that run in the box. Robertson should have scored that one. And Chelsea had chances as well. The Pulisic one, I think the one where he dragged it wide in the first half, and then
Alonso as well.
Alonso, yeah. And what was the other one? The Lukaku one where he blazed it over the bar.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, I completely forgot about that one. Oh my God, yeah. Not bringing back some rage now. Damn it. No. I expect a 95-pound player to be able to finish that a lot better than that. At least force Alisson to make a save, you know?
Yeah, just get on target at least. Like, it was on his left foot. Like, get it on your target.
You know what the funny thing is? He could have first timed out into bottom corner. I would have been mad if he hit the post. As long as he went for that bottom corner, because Alisson was in position. You know what I mean? Like, it was unnecessary. He could have just took a shot there and catch Alisson off guard.
That was Jorginho who played that pass as well.
Another one. And there's the one where Mount gave it to him and he blazed it over as well.
Oh, yeah.
Nick Blue, brother, you're on the show. What are you saying, man? How you feel about this game? Oh, Nick, I don't think you're ready, bro. Oh, yeah. All right, hold on. We'll get Nick on later. But honestly, like, you're being very reasonable here, Velvet Sean, despite being a rival. I feel like the game was pretty 50-50. But you're 100% right. I feel like that Carabao Cup game, we came out a lot better, stronger, possessed the game better. We could have gotten the result, but we didn't, because that's the story of Chelsea this whole season. We capitulate when it comes to finishing. But man, I see Diaz play and remember how we were linked to him in the summer, and I just get angry because we don't have a good scouting department or a good director of football that can get us a quality player like that. And I'm seeing Diaz, and I would say he was probably your best player last night.
It's most threatening by far.
He's
Most
most
threatening. When
he
he
was
came off, I was
phenomenal.
glad. I was glad when he came off. I was like,
Oh yeah,
fuck,
me too.
I think Diaz was friendly, but I think the best player on the pitch for us was Trent. Like what Trent did in that thing, that outside the boot pass to Diaz in the first opening 10 minutes, like he deserved to have like assist, man, because Trent was unbelievable, offensively and defensively. But Diaz, I think there was one moment where he made a mistake.
I have a Trent agenda, so don't mind me.
Yeah, but I think what he did attacking wise and what he's achieved at 23 years old is ridiculous. Like, I mean, he's already built that legacy. He's already a legend, in my opinion, in our club. So he's built that legacy, and
I'm not gonna take that away from you, bro. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Nick, what you saying, bro? How do you feel about the game, or what do you want to talk about in regards to Chelsea?
Yeah.
We can hear you. You're good, bro. Yep.
Hello. All right. Yeah, I want to say quite a few words. The game, before the game, I was so confident we were going to win. Confident we were going to get revenge, and we should have. But we started the game very bad. Liverpool, first 20 minutes were all over us. And I was ready, and I thought any minute now they're going to score, maybe one, maybe two. But it didn't happen for them. Then after 20 minutes, we slowly got into the game. And eventually, we were 50-50 towards the second half. So I think Tuchel was happy to go in 0-0. Most of us were. We came out a different animal. We came out like they did in the first half. We came out going at them. But Pulisic, Captain America, I like you, I love you, but you had to score one goal. At least get one goal. That killed us. And Alonso, he had a good game. He hit the bar. He tried his best. And even we went to extra time. In the end, it was 50-50 the game. They had chances. We had chances. It was 50-50. And, extra time, we were on top, actually. In extra time, we were better than them. They got tired. They were scared. I could see it. But, it went to penalties. I thought it's about time. This time, we're going to get our luck. No, it wasn't meant to be. I'm still suffering from that game. It wasn't meant to be because... Why wasn't it meant to be? Because of certain players. Why is Mason Mount volunteering to take a penalty when we have Rudiger, Silva, experienced players who we know will smash that ball in the net? Why is he volunteering? I blame Pulisic and Mount for the FA Cup loss. And we can't say it's a lottery. It was a lot. We can't say that because, League Cup final, okay, that was a lottery. We can't say this. Again, Mount is on crazy money for a youngster. You're making all that money. You should know better. You should do better. And, I blame him. I love him as a player. He's a good player, but he has his faults. He doesn't look up, like I keep saying, never looks up. Can't get the ball to Lukaku. If he tried for 100 years, he will never get a pass to Lukaku. So I don't blame Lukaku for the loss. He wasn't there, but he didn't get no service. But, I blame Pulisic mostly. Mason Mount for volunteering. He shouldn't have. He knows he's not for penalties. I don't want to see him ever try and take a penalty. I will run on that pitch at Stamford Bridge like I did. No, I like I did years ago and run after the referee that time. This time it'd be Mason Mount I'll be after.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. Someone find that video, please. Post it for me.
Nick, what game was this?
It's on YouTube. It's in my... I posted it in my Twitter account. That video, you can see me.
What game was it?
Oh, that's so
Chelsea
funny.
Versus Chelsea Blackpool, 1970... what was it? 77.
All right, Hassan, I'll leave that to you, bro. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I'll
Nick,
find
I
out.
mean,
But you know, people
I-
have seen it. People have seen it, and they've seen me when I was young. And that time, I was in the old West Stand. It was all benches, and it was high.
Wow.
And when you come down, there's other benches, lower level. I came all the way from the top level, flew over all these fans.
damn, this
thousands
guy
of
came
them.
with a mission, huh?
Yeah,
Wow.
I flew over the fans, Marshall, and I went after that referee because Blackpool were trying to break Ian Britton's legs. Ian Britton was a
Jesus.
Scottish lad like Billy Gilmore.
Hey, Nick,
Yeah.
where were you in 2008, man? Barcelona, man. Where were you?
Barcelona, that's so funny. But
Yeah,
Nick,
I
I
was
gotta
there,
ask
I
you.
was
I gotta
there,
ask you a
I was.
question though, Nick. Do you think that, like, I don't really know even how to like say this again. I don't want to try to scapegoat Mason. I feel like overall,
No.
it was hard for Mason. He just didn't
wasn't-
have a good game
he
yesterday.
didn't-
I don't think he had a good game
He
yesterday. I
didn't
think
have a bad
Pulisic
game.
tried.
Marshall, he didn't have a bad game in the 90 minutes. I'm just saying he shouldn't want to see a
Yeah,
penalty.
I agree because
Because
he
he
again. I think his penalty kicking record is not very great. So let me let AM in here. AM,
Wasn't
what are you
great.
saying, brother? AM, you there, bro? I think we lost AM. All right.
It happened to me, man. He gets the best of us.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know what else there is to be said. I guess Velveshan, I want to ask you, how did you feel when Salah? Did you worry a little bit when Salah had to come off the pitch?
I was worried for the future games. In terms of this game, I feel like he did well, but I don't think he was like affected because he's obviously out of form for us. I thought when Jota came on the right wing, I thought he done a pretty good job, despite that we don't like Jota on the wings, man, because he makes our eyes bleed realistically when he plays on the wing. But I thought he done a good job in the right wing. So yeah, it's going to be difficult. We haven't got the news about Salah, so hopefully he's not a serious injury and he can hopefully be back for the Champions League final. But I was more about Van Dijk when he came off because his one apparently he had pain in his ACL knee, so that's where he came off. And that's it.
I didn't know that.
So
I didn't know that.
We need to wait. He looked fine in the changing room, same with Salah, but we will have to see him.
Listen, well, Hudson-Odoi has had that. We haven't seen him since.
I don't think we will see him again. I'll be honest. I don't know if we will see him again.
He had the ACL pain. He had the ACL pain, and I don't know where he's been. I think the guy's been kidnapped or something. Well, I think you should be very worried about Van Dijk. But I wouldn't be surprised.
Kidnapped him.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Even if Van Dijk's gone, I could still trust Matip to do a job.
Yeah, same. Me
No,
too.
no, no.
Yo,
you know what Van Dijk will have. Actually,
You know what, dude? I gotta. I talked so much trash about Matip. This guy proved me so wrong this season. My man is from wherever he is, and he just got up there and just he put Pulisic in a spliff. He just shut everyone up, man. He's been really good for you guys, arguably better than Van Dijk.
I think he's been better than Van Dijk because we hold Van Dijk to the levels because of what he said. Matip we didn't, but what Matip has done, like his ball carrying, man's been scoring goals from by just running up on the pitch. Like this he's a beast.
I can't lie that sometimes he's a bit weak.
he's been as good as Rudiger. Like they both have been phenomenal for
Hey,
both our
Hassan,
teams.
calm down.
Man.
Hassan, you need to calm down, Hassan. All right, chill,
No,
all
but
right?
Matip and Rudiger are probably on
I
the
gave
same
him a little
level.
bit of praise. Doesn't mean you gotta like talk shit about Rudiger, bro. All right, I know you're mad about Rudiger.
No, but
Chill, bro,
Rudiger
chill.
and him have been top
No,
level.
no,
like
I get it. They've been top level. I
those
think
two been
Matip has
very
been
underrated.
very, very solid this season. And despite last season, I thought he was not that great. But what were you saying, AM?
Now I can't lie. You see, that guy for Liverpool, Konate, he is a beast, bro. Every ball in the air he won, like he's fast as well. I remember there's a part in extra time, where Kante had to pace him out. He brushed Kante to the side. I'm sorry, man. For Kante.
Oh yeah. When I saw that happen to Conte, I was like, Ngolo.
I'm so sad, innit? I'm sad.
It's just you, bro. Your other two twins aren't there, man. You ain't doing this today.
Thing to Diaz, like I remember when Diaz was through on goal, I was like, wow, Thiago Silva caught up with him and like pushed.
Oh, yeah.
The best one was
One thing when you pushed Mane, I was like, Mane, what are you doing? But at the same time, it was hilarious. Like you got these centre backs pushing each other. Like, you ain't gonna outpace me.
Now there's one part, where Mane was through on goal. Then the way Rudiger caught him up and dashed him. Oh, yo. Rudiger's fast.
Rudiger's fast, man. Don't let FIFA stats deceive you, man. He's as fast as Salah.
He's going to be a big loss for you guys, honestly.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be a huge loss. And look, I don't know. We just saw the video, right? He said it has nothing to do with the sanctions. Look, at the end of the day, I always say this. He doesn't owe Chelsea shit because we dragged him through the mud during when he wasn't good, you know. And Nick, I'm sure you remember, man, how we dragged this player through the mud. So
he was my favorite player, you know that, and he's still. I'll be watching him for Real Madrid, you know, but we treated him and we should have. Marina, that's the biggest mistake she made in her life. And not, we know that, but I don't hate Marina. She's done a lot of good things as well. But that with Rudiger, he was wrong, and I don't blame him at all. I always will love him, and what we have to do now. Go to the Bowley said he's going to give Tuchel money. He's going to back him, bring the players we need. Let Tuchel get his own team and. Forget this season. That's what we have to do.
We definitely need to forget this season. We thought we were going to challenge against Liverpool. We were totally wrong, man. And we thought we had depth. We were also totally wrong about that. Oh, my God. Wow, we got that one wrong.
There's a lot of players available in the summer, man. You got Lewandowski. Oh, he's lucky.
Divock Origi is available if you might want to.
No.
Hey, chill. Hey, man, come on, chill, bro.
Listen. But
now we have a Liverpool fan here. Look, the thing with Liverpool, look, they made the changes. Who comes on? Look, what's his name? He came on after. But I mean, the players who come on, they're not bench players. They're not second-class players. They're first-team players. We don't have that. That's the difference. We don't have that. We have Barkley. We have Barkley. We have who else?
Alonso.
But Barkley did his job. He came on to shoot that penalty, and he did. But Mason Mount, no, God,
he's a loser,
I mean, 5 L's for him in Wembley. Man. I think you just need to move Wembley, man. We need to, for him, just play like in Bernabeu, play in any stadium.
Guys,
you guys aren't. You're not wrong. I mean, I look. He's young. I'm not gonna fucking hang him on. I'm not gonna scapegoat him again. But like, he has to work on those penalties because, guys, like, it's not the first time I saw him kick a penalty and kick it shit like that. He's done it multiple times.
Yes. Not a kid.
We had that same issue with Firmino and Mane. Like before, Mane was terrible at pen. Even though he made
Mane just blasted.
You
have Firmino coming on. Who do we have? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you have Firmino come on. Yeah, we don't have that. We last season we made fun of Velvishon and all the Liverpool fans and their depth. And now they're laughing at us, So the tides really did turn. And now we realize we have to work. So, I mean, I get it 100%.
So when we have flipping Ben Davies on the bench last season, week in, I'm like, he needed to play Davies.
Man had to bring on Nat Phillips last season. Jesus Christ, bro. But you know what? We have to work. We have a lot of work this summer. Velvishon just mentioned Rudiger. We have to replace Christensen if he ends up going, which he's most likely going to go. Aspie might go. Jorginho, we don't know what's going to happen with Jorginho. We don't know what's going to happen with Conte. Alonso, he's probably gonna be out the door, especially after saying some bullshit to Tuchel. You know, we have to re-sign Mendy's contract because his contract's gonna run out. Pulisic also is on the edge. We don't know what's gonna happen with Ziyech, Cho. I'm sick and tired of. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a lot, and you know, Bowley's got his hands full. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead. Call it a stream here. Thank you everyone that joined. Thank you everyone for coming on, having a discussion with me. We'll be talking again next week. Hopefully next week we stay in the top 4. We don't concede anything, points or anything. What are you saying, Nick Blue?
I said we have to finish third.
We have to.
Third.
We have to.
And I think Tottenham will be fourth in the end because of Conte. Arsenal, I'm afraid they're going to miss out.
I'm afraid. Lol. Shame on
Yeah.
I'm just saying Arsenal will miss out. Tottenham will get the 4th spot.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, guys, make sure you smash the like button if you haven't already. Helps out the algorithm, spreads the love to other people who want to watch Chelsea content. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought about the game. Let us know about what we talked about. Any opinion, whatever, in the comments. And hit that bell notification. Check out the links in the description. And I'll catch you guys next Sunday for more